Everyone, and welcome back to the Ronaldo experiment, the Brazilian legend. Um, if you haven't looked at the first video, I really do recommend and suggest that you go have a look at part 1 of the Brazilian legend video, because it introduces about how Ronaldo started his career, and we went ahead a few years to see where he would be by 2024, and it was safe to say he broke into the Brazilian first team quite early on, and I think he was around the region of somewhere around about making 41 appearances for Brazil and scoring 30 goals. He was playing for Liverpool Football Club after moving over from Brazil in Cruzeiro to the club. And Ronaldo was doing what Ronaldo does best, and he was banging in goals for the club. He also helped Liverpool win the Premier League. I think it was 2 times in total whilst the video was going on. We did end the video at the end of the 23-24 season, so we're going to have a look to see where he is now. Is he still at Liverpool? Is he still scoring goals? What are his attributes like? I believe he was valued at around about £88 million or something to that equivalent. I'll have to double check on that one, or just have a look at the previous video and you can find out there for yourself. Let's have a look. So, let me have, oops, I can't spell his name. Good start, Andrew. So, that answers your first question. He's still playing for Liverpool. And oh my. He's 27 years of age now. He's valued at £90 million. And he's earning £300,000 per week until the 30th of June 2031. So he's got a few more years yet. He's got 3 years in total. But man, look at those attributes. He's still got the 3 attributes which are on 20. His physical attributes, I mean, acceleration, agility, 18. His pace, 18. His mental attributes, his decisions are at 18, and his concentration 17. His work rate, his flair are at 16. I've missed a couple, and my apologies. His technical attributes as well. He is really putting a shift in. So his finishing's at 18, his first touch at 17, dribbling 16, his penalty taking 16, and his technique is 20. So we mentioned before as well, he played for Brazil 41 times, he made 41 appearances for the national team and scored 30 goals, and he's carried on from where he's left off. 78 international appearances for Brazil and 50 goals. It's 50 goals. That's not bad. So, his career stats pretty much speak for themselves. He's played, since we last left the save file, we left it at 23-24. He didn't exactly have the greatest of seasons. I'm assuming he got himself injured. So, he made quite the impact in the next season, though, playing in 36 games and scoring 28 goals in that campaign, with 3 assists and 11 man of the match awards, banging in a 7.91 average. That's not too bad. The season after, he played every single league game for Liverpool. We'll have a look at to see how Liverpool actually did get on in the campaign in the season very soon. 25 goals, 2 assists, and 7 man of the match awards. His average rating dropping a little bit from 7.91 down to 7.67. Well, it was going to increase every season, I'll say that much. The season after that, 26-27, 36 games with only 21 goals, 6 assists, and 10 man of the match awards, 7.78 average. It's a bit of an increase there, but without the same amount of goals this season before it's declined a little bit. But in the most recent season, because the 28-29 season hasn't started yet, 35 league appearances, 23 goals, 2 assists, and 9 man of the match awards. Playing at an average rating of 7.89. So all of you Liverpool fans on my channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Any Liverpool fans on here, I'm sure you're probably itching to find out where you are in the league table. So we'll come back out of here. No, we won't. We'll go back in. We will have a look at Liverpool themselves. We'll have a look at the Premier League. We'll have a look at the various stages. Now, we left them in 23-24. So the following season after Liverpool won the league with 94 points, only 4 points above Man City. So bit of an edgy season a bit of a tight season for them. Winning 30 games, drawing 4 and losing 4 to Chelsea, Man City, Burnley and West Ham. Scoring 84 goals and conceding 25. So they have got the lowest goals against, but they haven't got the highest goals for. And they were pipped to that by Man City. Only scoring 2 more goals, which is it's interesting. So they've won the league title there. Have they managed to? Did they win it the year before? Yes, they did. So they've retained the title this time around. Have they won the league title for a third time? They have. They have indeed, but not with the a high amount of points. They've only won it on 86 points, with Arsenal and Chelsea providing tough opposition for them, both obtaining 83 points. So Villa's still in the Premiership. So it's not bad. We'll have a look at the runners in a little while as well. See how they got on in the cups, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, even the Champions League. So or even the World, what's it called? The Club World Cup, should we say? I'm presuming that they took part in that as well. So Man United, look at the points difference. 10 points difference. So Man United won the 26-27 season. Now, bearing in mind that Liverpool actually... That's interesting. Tottenham only scoring 48 goals. Finishing 6th. Not bad. So, even though Liverpool scored 81 goals, conceding 43... And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams who have conceded less than Liverpool. 10 points difference. There must have been some season for Manchester United. But Man United fans are rubbing their hands together. So, on to the next season. Liverpool finished 3rd. So they're starting to decline a bit there, Liverpool Football Club. Only winning 26 games, but banging in 89 goals. Finishing the season only 3 points off the top. 1 behind Manchester United and 3 behind Manchester City. So there's the fact that there's a pattern forming with Liverpool to say that they're still qualifying for Champions League football is great, but you'd think that they may have won a few more titles in their time since we started this video. Maybe, we'll have to wait and see. So, history. Competitions. So let's have a look. So, European Champions League. The last time they won it was in 2019. Runners up in 2018, that's normal. Premier League. Winners in 2014, 2024, 2025, 2026. Runners up in 2023, 2027. And 3rd place in, when we just started actually, in 2020 and 2028. They won the Club World Championships in 2019. Europa League? No. European Super Cup? No. Oh, actually, sorry. They won the European Super Cup in 2019. FA Cup. some may consider this as a bigger trophy for England. For some of you aren't really bothered, it's just another cup. So they won the FA Cup in 2021. They were runners-up in 2019 and 2022. There's not the Carabao Cup as well, the smaller cup of English football. They won it in 2023, and they were 3 times runner-up in 2019, 2024, and 2028. I think you're just looking at the Community Shield, which is it's just another trophy for them. So winners in 2021, 2024, 2025, and 2026. So 3-time winners back to back, and runners up in 2019. We won't get down any further than that because that's just the under. They won the Checker Trade Trophy. They won the Checker Trade Trophy in 2027. That's quite. No, sorry, they won the Checker Trade Trophy in. No, it was 2027. That's quite funny. There's nothing really much else to say with them. I've really got to shift this blooming cough. So, Ronaldo. How much of we've noticed we found out that he's made 78 caps for Brazil and scored 50 goals. Has he helped them win the World Cup? Well, they are currently first in the world rankings, which isn't that bad. We'll have a look at the competitions and we'll have a look at the results. The World Cup. They haven't won the World Cup. They weren't even runners-up. The closest they actually got to winning the World Cup was in 2022. So, if I'm not mistaken, the Qatar World Cup, unless it was moved to Australia, which it usually is sometimes, they finished 3rd place in that competition. So they won the 3rd and 4th playoff game. The Copa America, they were winners in 2019 and 2020. And they finished 3rd place in the 2024 season. And interestingly, in the Olympic Games, they finished runners-up in 2021. So let's actually have a look at their schedule. Now we'll go back to 2024. They had a very, very successful campaign in the Copa America up until they lost that to Colombia in the semi-final. Eventually beating Argentina in the 3rd place game. 3rd and 4th place player final, should we say. They went through the World Cup qualifiers undefeated, beating Argentina as well in the Super Classico, which is like the should we say Man United or versus Man City or Arsenal Chelsea version of the South American international football. They went through the World Cup qualifiers again all the way through 2025 undefeated. And then, so here we go. This was the 2026 World Cup. Let's see if I can find out where it was. So no, I can't find it. So in fact, actually, it was in Spain. So it was played in Spain. So that's coming up very, very soon, I believe. So they went through. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the 2026 World Cup. That's right. So France won that, I believe, and they played North Korea, Ukraine, and Serbia, beating North Korea 7-0. Ronaldo didn't play, or he didn't score that one, but he scored against Ukraine, so that's not a problem. Only in the 86th minute, mind you. Serbia as well, and he scored against Serbia in the group stage. Marko Grujic, or Grujic, however you pronounce that name. And you've also got Rodrigo playing as well. They played Germany in the 3rd round, beating them 3-1. Interestingly, they lost to Turkey in the World Cup quarter-finals on penalties. Interesting. So, let's have a look, see if we can actually find that one. So we'll click on there. So France beat, actually Turkey got through to the final, but would you look at that? So England won the third place playoff against Argentina on penalties. France beat Argentina 2-0 in the other semi-final. And Turkey beat England, so it could have been England in the final, weirdly. So we said that they got knocked out in the third round. Oh wait, no, there it is. So the quarterfinals, they got knocked out by Turkey. So not bad. I mean, you've got the 2030 World Cup coming soon in what will probably be the next part of this video. So let's see what they've been doing since. So 2026, after that, they started up they played a couple of friendlies, USA, Iran, winning those quite comfortably. Ronaldo scoring 2 goals in that one. Played Argentina in the Super Classico, and they went through the World Cup qualifiers again. So this is for the I can presume it's the 2030 World Cup. So they went through that undefeated, and the current undefeated as well. They're still yet to play the remaining group games for the World Cup qualifiers. But they also, interestingly, have gone through to the finals of the Copa America in Group C, playing USA B, Ecuador, Colombia, and Paraguay. Ironically, they are playing Uruguay in the Copa America final. So we will see, in the next parts of this video, we'll see how they've got on. Will they get to the World Cup? Well, they're going to get to the World Cup finals, aren't they? So let's. I'll put that one on the table. So presuming that they get through to the World Cup, to the World Cup final, I can't really see them not getting through. Let's have a look, actually. So yeah, so they are top of the league at the minute. They're top of the group at the minute. In top place, Argentina second and Uruguay third. They've played 6-1-6 as you saw from the schedule. Assuming that there's going to be no weird, miraculous accidents occurring for the national team, and we assume, well, we know that Brazil are going to get through to the World Cup finals. How far will they get? Will they get through the group stage? Will they get beat again in the quarterfinals? Will they even make it to the quarterfinals? Will they get through to the semi-finals? Will they win the World Cup? Will Ronaldo pick up a World Cup winners' medal? He's picked up medals for Liverpool with the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, even the Checker Trade Trophy. Can Ronaldo, in his career, win the World Cup with Brazil? If you want to find out, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications button. I'm very, very excited to see how much more we can push Ronaldo. He's 27 years of age now. Has Ronaldo hit his peak? Have you ever heard anybody else ask that question? Has Ronaldo hit his peak? Will Ronaldo win the World Cup? Hit the like button, leave a comment. I tell you what, leave a comment telling me where you think Brazil, with Ronaldo in their squad, will finish in the 2030 World Cup. In 2 years' time, we'll come back in 2 years' time. I'm going to say Brazil will win. I'm being optimistic here. Brazil will win the 2030 World Cup in Spain. They will be lifting the World Cup, and Ronaldo will be receiving his first World Cup winners' medal. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, because there is a lot more content. If you haven't watched the part 1 to this video yet, there'll be a link at the bottom of the page very, very soon. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.